Previously on S
Hello
Talks.
everyone and welcome to the 8th episode of the Smart Super Women, S Talks. So we will be focusing today on the brainstorming process of our Smart Super Women, especially when it comes to building and expanding our businesses.
Dapat naiintindihan mo yung negosyong papatuan mo at kailangan pinag-aaralan mo lahat. Kaya nga tuwan-tuwa rin ako ngayong araw na to dahil marami po akong natutunan sa inyo na pwede kong gamitin sa sarili ko, at sa negosyo ko, at sa mga tao ko.
When you start the business, it's not about the knowledge, going back to what I mentioned. It's not about the knowledge, but how you're gonna give impact to the world. You have to run, again, your business or your soon-to-be business. You have to run your business from the heart.
We cannot give to others what we don't have. So we need to love ourselves first para mahalin rin po natin yung ating mga sineservisyohan na mga customers at clients. So the heart to serve is the very first deposit and return of investment na pwede nating gawin.
And Rossana, I'm so grateful for you too, for giving me this opportunity to be your co-host.
To the show, you know.
Starting a business is one thing. Establishing it as a brand and building brand loyalty can be tough. For starters, how do you cultivate a loyal and devoted community among your customers? If you're wondering the same thing, you won't want to miss this episode. With the help of our Smart Superwomen community managers MK Bertulfo, Marliz Claire, and Gisela Mirandilla, let's all learn how to connect with, share, and grow our very own authentic communities and build a more resilient business as a result. Join your fellow Smart Superwomen in unleashing the power of a great community. Only here on S Talks.
We are not
Not just women. We are smart, super women.
Bye everyone!
Welcome to today's episode.
Hi everyone! Welcome to the 9th episode of the Smart Super Women Talks. Naku, naka-9th na po tayo. For those who are watching for the first time, welcome! We help women uncover and discover their full potential with the help of successful women in the field. Puro po successful and top-notch ang ating mga guests. So, S-Talk feature women and professionals discussing different interesting topics. Ang dami na po namin naging topics na very, very interesting. And in fact, lahat sila nagsabi na they learned a lot from each other. So, I hope that you can also join us lagi because we will give you a lot of value na magagamit nyo for your everyday lives, for your business, for your careers. S is exclusive to women and all our webinars, articles, and trainings are created for women and by women. Through S, we hope to create a difference in women's lives by providing them with the right support, partnered with realistic opportunities. If you didn't notice, we moved our show to this new time slot. Hindi po namin alam kung this is the best time slot na para sa mga women like us, but let's see, no? Let's see kung saan yung pinakamaganda, then we will follow. We hope that you enjoy this new timing as much as we do itong 3 o'clock ng Saturday. Please feel free to leave your thoughts and questions on our comments section, both in Facebook and YouTube, kasi pareho nandyan tayo, no? We are live there na pwede nyo kami mapanood doon. So, last time we invited great women who shared how they develop, or even start their brainstorming processes whenever a new idea comes out. Paano ba mag-start ng business? So they talked about struggles and opportunities that await them every business venture. To recap, here are some of the key tips that we got from our Smart Super Women last week. Don't overthink too much. If you have an idea and you believe it will work, go for it. It's important to remember that in creating a product or service, you should always think about how it can benefit or help other people. It is also important to generate income, but it's also important to create and give value. And that is parang nangyari. Instead na parang hindi masyado naging yung episode last time is parang hindi naging hardcore na paano ka mag-start ng business. You can find that everywhere, di ba? But yung mga nasa heart ng mga guests natin last week is what really mattered, no? Kasi they are all successful entrepreneurs, and yet they are saying na ito yung kailangan, ito yung nasa heart mo, ito yung sundin mo, yung mga ganyan. So, but we are very happy na naging ganun yung discussion, and I hope at this time we will be heartfelt again in our discussion. Yung kung ano yung mga nasa puso ng mga community managers, which is our topic for this week. So, yung mga words of wisdom of our guests are really important. If you want to create your own business or start a new endeavor, once you start a business, how would you maintain and grow it? And how do you start? Parang ganun eh. Yes. So if you now want to know how to connect and grow your market and create your own community, then this episode is for you. I'm here again today with my friend Jean, the very beautiful Jean Uvero of CEO of Group Uvero, to help us to help us discover the new opportunities that await you as smart super women. Okay, so before we start, we'd like to share to everyone that we are still selling our book, Smart Super Women's What is the Best Business for You? We are selling this for $399, but the ebook is just $199. And you can finally focus on how to build businesses as well as how to grow it. Si Mylene and si Jean, they both helped me write this book, and it is dedicated to all women out there who are at a loss kung paano nga ba talaga. So grab your copies now by sending our page a message on how to avail. So thank you for that. Hello, Jean!
Hi.
How week?
Very busy. So I had 3 reopenings this week.
Wow,
So
congrats.
as you can see, slowly bumabalik na tayo, no? So sa akin naman, with all my businesses, slowly but surely we're reopening. Of course, the protocols are all there. So it was a very, very busy week for me. What about you, Rossana? Kamusta? Kamusta ang week?
Parang, di ba, no? Parang kailan ba tayo hindi naging busy? Very busy tayo lagi. Pero this week, medyo nag-slow down ako. Wait lang. Actually, sinabi ko sa staff
Slow down pa yan.
ko na magpapahinga ako. Pero nangyayari, ang hirap no? Parang may addiction tayo to work.
Exactly.
Pero hindi mo mapigil. So, teka
Oo.
muna, Jean, pakisabi mo nga, ano na nga uli yung mga brands mo? Kasi baka nalimutan na nila eh.
Yeah. Okay, so today, no, nag-reopen kami ng Nail It sa Green Hills, no? So if you want to drop by at Connecticut Green Hills, we just reopened this morning. So mga brands ko, I have Nail It, I have Kitchen Nails in Trinoma, nag-open na rin sila. Kurimi Milk Tea, I franchise that just recent lang. And I also have Lay Bear Waxing. So I have 3 branches, 2 in Katipunan and 1 in Pearl Drive. Pero teka muna, Rossana.
Pero panilit na, dito sa Katipunan, di ba? Nakalimutan mo yata.
Yes, Katipunan. Yeah. Dormitariana and the Loyola Heights.
So, dyan po ako nagpupunta lagi sa nail kit. Hindi ako nagpapa-labor, pero nail kit.
Nail It. Fisher Mall. You can visit Fisher Mall. You can also visit, hopefully, sana magbukas na rin yung sa Vertis North namin. Oo.
So, what I can say is you are a woman of beauty. Bagay na bagay sa beauty mo. And your daughter, pang Miss Universe. I keep telling you, ilaban na natin.
Talaga, ano naman yan eh. Maganda rin ang maganda sa mga entrepreneur na katulad natin we always take care of ourselves and beauty, and also we try to also give a good example to everyone. So it's like beauty inside and out, di ba?
Yes, you are definitely that person, Jean. So I'm so lucky na you
Yes. So Rossana, Yeah. So let's move forward. Ito na nga, no, nangyayari sa atin yung mga internet interruptions na yan, no? But that's part of life, no? But anyway, going back to our discussion, super excited ako this Saturday, today, because of our topic, no? This is something new to me, yung community management. So really, it's an interesting issue and topic, and we have guests who would shed ano ba talaga itong community management. So ako talaga, this is something new to me, no? Kasi iba, is this also a marketing skills, or is this sort of
Natin sila tanong.
diba? No? So
Actually, lahat sila tinanong ko. Kasi this is really new, and I hope na maraming matuto, no? Kasi this is something new nga. Kukunti pa lang dito sa Pilipinas yung nagko-community management, and these three are the top most in the Philippines sa community management. Well, women, no? Meron pa akong kalalang konting men, pero sa women, alam mo naman, lagi women lang ang guest natin. So, ayan, sila na yung best. As always, lagi naman tayo, pagka nag-iimbita tayo, laging the best lang di ba? Hindi tayo namimili ng kahit sino na lang. Basta, kailangan the best lang. Kahit na wala na tayong iba-imbita, di ba? One time, isa lang na-imbita natin. Parang ganun ba yun? Di ba? Parang ganun.
Oo.
The best lang. So, let me introduce them na, ha? Let me introduce them. So now we'd like to introduce the lovely women who are with us today. Thank you so much for agreeing to be our guest. Marliz Claire, Community Manager of Course Belt Learning Hub. We also have Gisela Mirandilla, Community Manager of the Freelance Movement and the Community Manager kay AI. So Gisela is in Bicol, kaya delikado ang ating internet dyan kasi di ba kakabagyo pa lang nila. And of course, we have MK Bertulfo na I don't know if she's here na rin. Wala pa yata. She's the trainer and founder of FHMoms. So that's a very, very wide and good community. Sana makasama siya natin later on. Baka palagi ko internet problem kasi taga Batangas naman si MK. So together we will be talking about how you can connect, share, and grow your very own community, especially now in the digital world. So yung dati community, alam natin mga di ba, hindi live. Ngayon, live na tao, di ba? Pero ngayon, pag sa digital pala, merong community management na tinatawag. So, pero before we start, we'd like to remind our audience that we will be giving away free GCs for our audience na magtatanong or share their thoughts to make sure to maximize our comment section, di ba? So, kumusta naman muna kayo dyan?
Marliz, no? Yeah. Kamusta naman kayo and Gisela?
Gisela muna kasi nasa kotse siya ngayon, di ba?
Yeah, okay naman. Andito ako actually sa rooftop ng isang building dito.
Wow!
Sa kotse.
Yeah. At sa kotse. May parking lot kasi dito.
So, thank you so much for this effort na talaga para makasama ka namin dito. We want to learn from you, kaya kailangan kasali ka talaga dito. Sana okay na dire-diretso lang yung internet mo. Magkakasal tayo. So, Gisela's friend is Marliz. So,
thank you for having me here. Thank you, Miss Rossana, for introducing us. And yes, we're just lucky to be invited here. Me and Gisela have been like friend in the community industry talaga for I think a year na rin, no, dear. Kasi we started we met for women in tech. Yeah, that's where we started to get to know each other. We were the community managers for women in tech. Hindi lang natuloy because of women in tech Philippines with Karine. So there, we started there. So we're just happy to share with everyone our thoughts, knowledge, and experiences in community management. So thank you again for having us.
Yeah, you're very much welcome. So what, Rossana, let's start na. I'm pretty sure other people would want to hear from them. No?
First of all, I'd like them to talk about the CMX. Ano ba to? Parang conference, no, na nangyari last
chapter.
month.
Okay. Yeah.
Si Marliz is one of the hosts. Si
Yes.
Gisela nag-host din, Gisela.
No.
No.
Hindi ako
Oh, no.
makapasok nun.
Wala
Nahirapan ako pumasok.
Marliz, can you tell us about the conference, and can you tell us yung naging role mo doon, and can you tell us about what you learned?
Sure. So CMX is actually a company in the United States. They're a company that has an event management software, and the software is Bevy, Bevy, and it's actually a platform for online events. And CMX, they have CMX Summit every year, and we're just lucky enough to have it online this year kasi usually it's a paid event, offline event in United States. So you have to go there pa sa US to attend that kind of event. And we're just lucky enough to have it online and free. Well, there are paid tickets which uh, we're happy to have them for free then. And I shared it with our community of community managers for here in the Philippines. So CMX Connect Philippines is one of the let's say, subgroups of CMX. Kasi like CMX is the global community for community managers. And yun nga, dito sa Philippines, ilan pa lang yung community managers. So I volunteered to build the community here for community managers because nakita ko ang laki talaga ng impact ng community for any businesses. We will share more about that later on with Gisela. And so it's basically CMX Connect Philippines is a community for Filipino community managers. Kasi gusto ko rin naman na tayong mga Pinoy makasabay sa, sa mga community managers abroad. And it's time for us to really showcase the talents that we have. Kasi ang dami rin talagang mga Pinoy like you, like entrepreneurs out there that you can actually adopt community management into your business.
Very good. Nice, nice. So, my follow-up naman is, what is community management?
Yeah, good you asked.
Diba? Yeah,
We will
community
talk about
management.
it. Yes, so I'll go first, no, then next to Gisela. Community management is first you have to have a community talaga, like Facebook groups, and it's sometimes it all started from events. Di ba tayo mga Pinoy mahilig sa mga events, and for events like meet up lang, meet and greet with other super women, ganyan. What happened next after the event, nagkakaroon tayo ng group chats, di ba? Mga small group chats. And once we have that, you can already call it a community. So it's basically a group of people with a common, let's say, common goal, common experience, anything that they can share together as one. Kasi it's a community, it has to be a group of people na talagang may common values, common goals, common experiences. So community management is simply managing the community. For the business wise or business side of community management, for brands, let's say for Ahead, for Ahead's tutorial, we can actually invite all the students for Ahead and let have them interact with one another with Facebook group. Facebook group is one of the platform. So there are actually a lot of softwares out there that you can use, not only Facebook group. But if you want it to be free, Facebook group is a good option. But there are other softwares that you can invest to have more in-depth connection among the members. So you really have to parang invite common people who shares the same experience, same voice, same goals, and same activities. Right. What about you, Gisela?
Ayun, agree din ako kay Marliz na we should first define what is a community, and it is a group of people, yes, but what do these group of people have in common? It could be shared interests, experiences, or goals. Now, yun lang ba ang nagbabind sa mga tao? They should be, hindi lang dapat may common goal or experience, dapat may ginagawa sila together, dapat they care for each other. So a community would be, for me, is a group of people with a common interest that care for each other with a common bond towards each other. Um, so there, hindi lang siya Facebook following, hindi lang siya Instagram followers. They should be people who actually care for one another. It's the member to member relationships that build a community. Whereas in social media following, it's the business to follower connections that build that. Pero in community, it's the member to member. So what community management and community building does is it helps bind people together. It helps build that connective tissue. It helps make people stick and connect with one another and find people who they can relate to. So it sort of helps mobilize people to relate with one another and connect with one another. And it's basically like bringing out the best in these people and working towards a common goal or a common vision or a common purpose. That's what community management does.
Okay. So, Jean, sandali,
Yeah.
dumating na kasi si MK, the queen of,
Okay.
moms.
Ayan,
Nandito po.
oo.
So, can you
Magaling yun
visit
si MK.
Mommy M? Mommy MK? Or you? Naku, nawala na naman. Naku, internet. Alam mo, first time ko lang kanina nawala ng internet. Sa live ko pa. Sa live ko. Parang dalawang fiber internet na nilagay ko dito sa bahay namin kasi alam ko naman everyday ko gagamitin. Pero kaya biro mo, nawalan pa ako ng internet kanina. Sabi ko, ba't nawala yung video?
First time yan talaga. First time. Laging ako yan eh. It's always me.
Pero ikaw ayos ka na wala. Hindi ka na nawawala. Ngayon ang problema natin si Gisela baka mawala, pero mas may maproblema pala si MK.
MK. Yeah.
Kita ko na nawala ulit, tapos ngayon na naman nawala. Nako, paano ba to? Sayang, kasi I think na, as usual, yung alam niyo ba na lagi na lang, yung sinasabi ng mga guests dito ay natuto ako ng marami.
Yeah.
Mga ibang guests. Diba? Laging ganun sa nila. So I think na natututo rin tayo sa isa't isa, no?
Yeah. Oo, sobrang interesting na talaga itong topic na ito. Kasi for me, no, marketing for me is the soul of every business. But parang when we talk about community management, in-depth masyado ito. Parang kumbaga mababaw lang kasi yung marketing when for me, for instance, no, with all my businesses, I have my database and that's it. So we text, we give them new information. But what I understand now, if you create a community, mas solid siya. So but the main problem siguro itong nakikita ko is how do you sustain that community management? 'Di ba? Para sa akin na how do you sustain it? Paano mo ma-hold itong mga taong to? So you have to be very creative. Like if you post something, yung mga issues, and how do you make them interact? Diba? So,
okay.
That's my next question.
Sure.
Yeah, anyone can answer.
I know how like marketing works kasi more on brand awareness, diba? We post on social media, we post on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. So it's always us, the brand or the company, talking to them. And having a community is actually the other side. Parang we are here to listen from them. Kasi when we are going to build the community of our brand, let's say for your brands, one thing you need to think of is why are we inviting them to the community? Parang para saan? Parang what's in it for them? So who they are, who are these people that you are going to invite to the community, and what these people believe, and what they are going to do together. Just like yung nabanggit ni Gisela kanina na everyone should care with one another. So it's a different thing with marketing na we will promote our brands or services, what's in it for them, anong meron sa brands natin. No, it's a different thing with community. Parang we will give them the chance to speak up about their experience with your brand, about their feedback with your brand. So it's more of listening to them talaga.
Oh, okay. So ito naman yung next question ko. is it really important, like now that it's pandemic, no, wala tayong before kasi we can always create an event, like all the loyal members or loyal clients can get together and know each other, and now we're online. Okay, so do you think that this is very timely? Na very timely now that there are limitations, now we cannot go out, 'di ba? When we say community, it's online, right? So do you think it's very timely that we have this now for every businesses like me? I should have someone like a community manager who would manage my brands and to come up with something very solid so that I can really get hold of all my loyal clients.
Okay. Ako na lang mag-answer.
Oo,
So,
ikaw na
yeah,
lang.
for me, napaka-timely, lalo na ngayong pandemic, hindi tayo pwede magkita-kita. We can't meet each other physically in big groups. So, nandyan yung isolation, nandyan yung fear of being alone. So, napaka-timely na the only means that we can come together is online sa ngayon. And malaking tulong ng community management and community building doon kasi even when we're physically apart, we can still be socially together. And with community building and with community management, pag nabigyan tayo ng opportunity na mahanap ang mga like-minded people na katulad natin ng values, katulad natin ng goals, katulad natin ng mga gustong gawin, napakasaya ng pakiramdam kasi ay makaka-relate ako sa ganito, may makikilala akong ganito, I can learn from someone like this. Kasi na-experience ko to noon, my community management career started more than 2 years ago when I didn't know this was actually a real job. I was part of multiple Facebook groups, andun din ako sa group ni Mommy MK. And nung time na yun, wala akong ibang ginagawa kundi nagbabasa. And it was really lonely kasi nasa bahay lang ako. So, parang nangyari ulit to ngayon. And with having an online community, mas madali kang makakahanap ng mga taong pwede mong kausapin pag may concerns ka. Kunwari sa community ni Mommy MK, meron siyang community on moms who want to work from home while caring for their child. Doon ako isa yun sa mga groups na una kong sinalihan. And I was also a first-time mom then. So malaking tulong yung community na yun na kaming mga newbie in working from home, in parenting, ay may mga nakikilalang mga sort of veterans or mga matagal nang gumagawa ng ganito. So, malaking tulong yun for us newbies to transition into something we want to be. And another community na nagustuhan ko is like yung Minimalist Philippines, yung Buhay Zero Waste for people who want to live frugally, who want to live with less waste. Mas nag-grow yung parang awareness ng cause na to na maging less wasteful sa mga gamit. So, ayun, in the case of in the pandemic, so mas nasa-spread yung purpose mo ngayon now that sa internet mo lang kailangan hanapin yung mga taong to at hindi mo na sila kailangan hanapin physically. Yan.
Yung sa akin, meron kaming maraming mga Facebook groups, kaya lang nangyayari dun sa kanila, puro na lang post ng mga kung ano, please answer this survey, please, please
nangyayari yun.
Parang hindi na namin siya pinapansin, pero 100,000 yung laman nun, na puro students namin before, and hindi na since nasa college na sila, tapos na yung entrance exam review namin sa kanila, parang hindi na nila nakikita or hindi na rin namin sila pwedeng bentahan ng more. Kasi tapos na yung college entrance test review nila. So, hindi namin pinapansin yung group na yon. Pero it turns out na pwede palang maging managed community siya. So, yun yung na-try namin gawin sana ngayon, Jean. Stress ako dito sa community management. Siguro naman doon ko rin nakita to sa Women in Tech. Kasi nandun ako sa Women in Tech na group. Baka naman doon kayo nag-advertise, kaya ako nakita to. Kaya ako naintindihan. Actually, meron pa isa si Barbie Barbieto. Isa pa siya na nag-introduce sa akin itong community management. Sabi ko, di ba, parang social media management lang yan. Wait, teka lang muna. Minsan magtatanong sa atin, tapos hindi pa natin pinansin. Nasaan na yung question kanina?
Oo.
Ay, what is the
Ay,
difference?
si Vanessa
What is the
Ann.
difference between the social media manager?
Hi, Vanessa. Thank you for for watching us. And alam nyo, since kwentuhan lang to, no, Gisela and Marliz, pwede ba? Walang ako naman. Kahit kailan pwede kayo sabihin. Okay? So, yan.
Okay.
Salita about that.
So, yan na yung question.
For the question, what is the difference between social media manager? Well, as I mentioned earlier, pagka social media manager, ikaw yung magpo-post sa Facebook, ikaw yung gagawa ng content sa Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, wherein sa community manager, ikaw yung makikipag-usap talaga sa mga tao, sa mga members. What do they need? Bakit sila nag-join sa group na to? And how can we help them? So, yun siya. And, yeah. So, ibig sabihin, pag social media manager ka, ikaw yung magpo-post ng picture, videos, and main goal mo dyan usually is awareness talaga. Depende na lang kung merong campaigns or sale, ganyan, sa mga brands. And community manager, you really have to go out there and speak to different people and understanding them. You really have to listen to them talaga. Versus social media manager na you are there to speak to them. Parang in a stage, kumbaga tayo yung, as a social media manager, tayo yung, for example, sa event, tayo yung speaker. Mag-i-speak lang tayo about our brand. And kapag ikaw yung community manager, bababa ka ng stage para makipag-usap sa mga attendees. So, ganun yung nakita ko.
Ang gandang explanation naman nun. Gisela, baka gusto ko rin
Maganda. Yeah.
magsabi ng may bumabati pa sa'yo, Gisela.
Oo nga. Hello, May.
Hi, May.
Hi, May.
May gusto kong idagdag doon kay Marliz. Yung pagiging social media manager and community manager, yung social media manager, usually lang, mas malawak yung tina-target niya na audience, whereas a community manager, pili lang. Kumbaga, baliktad yung funnel niya. Pag marketing funnel, ganito, yung usual na funnel. You talk to a large group of people and you funnel in hanggang sa bumili sila ng product mo. Whereas a community manager, they would focus on a small group of people, baliktad yung funnel. They would focus on a very small group of people na kaya yung kilalanin, mas madaling kilalanin ng community manager hanggang sa mag-amplify yung message. So, that's another difference. Another is, tama si Marliz, I'd like to add on that na yung social media manager, pinapalawak niya yung message ng company or ng brand or ng tao na minamarket niya. Now, whereas community managers, they would deepen the relationships among the people who care for the brand. So, kung ang social media management ay breadth, yung community management naman ay depth of relationship. So, deeper and mas grabe yung bond ng nagagawa ng community manager. But they're both good. They're both still needed by the business.
Oh, okay. So,
hindi mo na ngayon, Jean, no?
Oo. Ako nga, ang question ko nga can we afford hiring a community manager? For example, ako, siguro, I want my loyal clients to know each other and to develop a community, katulad ng we nailed it or nail it community. And I hire you, Gisela. Are you affordable?
Before we go on to the rates, tanungin muna natin kung kung kailangan ba talaga ng business ang isang community. Kasi merong mga businesses na hindi pa ready. Merong mga businesses na super ready. Like, matatapilok na lang kailangan ng community. So, in the case of Nail It, actually, pumupunta ako sa Labor. Labor fan ako. So, we have to consider... Nung nasa Manila pa ako, Pasay and SM North, magkabilang dulo ng EDSA. Yun pala yung napupuntahan ko. in the case of kunwari, yung mga beauty, we have to ask your super loyal customers. We could start from there. We could start from your super members or super customers.
Loyal.
Kung ano ba yung mga nagustuhan nila sa business nyo, sa products nyo, sa services. Or kaya we could also ask them what would they want to know from other users of your products. That way, when we know kung anong gusto nila sa ibang tao, sa ibang customers, we would know how to help them stick together. So yeah, it's a whole process. May mga businesses na hindi pa ready. Like, every community needs a leader. May mga businesses kasi na, like, kunwari may personal brand ka at hindi ka ready, hindi mo kaya na maging visible sa mga tao. You don't need to be visible 24/7. You just need to be there kahit a few minutes a day to interact with members. You just need to be there ritually. Pwedeng weekly lang yung meet up niyo, that is fine. Basta you need to be there consistently for your members. Kasi may mga businesses na hindi pa ready, hindi nila gusto na magpakita na hahayaan lang sa isang community manager, which is fine. Basta maging clear lang yung vision. You have to be clear on what you want to do together, on what is the transformation you want to go, what you want to do together, para lahat kayo mag-transform into that goal. Naging clear ba ako? But yeah, it's about the transformation, the vision. Yun.
Right.
And
It's a
what your
matter of
members want, actually.
Yeah.
For me naman, I think every business should invest talaga, regardless of the price. Kasi once you do it for the first time, you will learn from it naman. There's no such thing as perfect kaagad, di ba? So I think I wanted to put it this way na lang. In any businesses, we have customer service, di ba? We are investing for customer service, like answering their concerns. Walang ano, online business, walang access sa ano yung account niya, or may nag-complain siya about the branch na, di ba, pumunta sa labor, and customers are complaining na parang hindi na-entertain ng maayos. Diba, there are people like that, very vocal about their experience with the brand. And there are a lot of influencers, vloggers that are really sharing their thoughts towards a brand. I think to invite them to a group, let's say Facebook group lang, you can actually do it little by little. Hindi naman kailangan may Facebook group ka agad. We can start by doing a survey, and if you remember, like sa mga malls, di ba mayroong loyalty cards, mga
Yeah, I
rewards.
have that also.
We can actually call them a community only if nagsasama-sama sila. Kasi ko lang naisip, di ba, when they purchase sa mall, the brand, the business knows exactly ano yung mga binibili, ano yung, alam mo yun, so community is also another tool for the business to do a market research. And what if we invite them to meet with everyone who are really the mall shoppers, and it will give them talaga the space to connect with other people na, especially now, pandemic, right? People are afraid to go outside. So having a community with them, parang they will feel na okay lang palang lumabas, basta we're just following the protocols. So it will help the business to get sales pa rin kahit na may pandemic.
Yeah.
Oo.
Yeah, very nicely.
So I was looking at the may other monitor kasi tinitingnan ko ano nangyayari kay MK. Tapos yung pala, kasi nagbibiyahe pala siya. Kaya pala siya walang internet.
Okay.
Habang nasa biyahe, siguro akala niya pwede, ganyan na may internet. Kasi di ba, lumilipat-lipat yung signal every, parang hour. So, yun, kaya hindi siya makapasok. Kasi,
pero, where is he now, Rossana, si MK?
Sabi mo, malapit na raw siya. Kaya alam, malapit na rin tayo matapos.
We can share naman about FHMoms kasi Gisela and I were also
please.
Yeah, for Miss MK, MK Bertulfo, what happens to her brand, the FHMoms, parang she started with the community talaga before the business. She's really advocating
Mm-mm.
for moms na nasa bahay lang and may determination to work, to have a work, to, provide for the
Mm.
family, ganyan. And she's really dedicated kasi talagang bumibisita si Mami MP sa provinces just to teach moms.
Mm-mm.
Even
Oo.
wala ideas sa computer, talagang one-on-one talaga siya na nagtuturo sa mga moms, which really shows that she really care kasi she has a story of her own.
Mm-mm.
Though I cannot share it, mas maganda ako sa kanya galing based on her experience. Kaya she was
Oo.
really helping the moms. And it grows na lang talaga, dumami ng dumami because parang domino effect na yung mga moms na natulungan niya, they are willing to help other moms na rin because they were, natulungan sila and they wanted to share it with other people. So that's how community should be. Na we just help people or one community member at a time and then mag ano na lang yan, triple effect kasi they really feel
Domino
bad.
effect.
Yeah, domino effect. And they will feel valued talaga sa community and they want to share. And one of the important things then for community is a community guideline or community rules. That's important. Kasi most of the Facebook groups right now in the Philippines, kahit nasa umpisa, ang goal ng community is to help people, lalo na sa pandemic, di ba? Giving food to the people. And then later on, magiging buy and selling na siya na Facebook group.
Yeah.
What the?
Oo.
Bakit ganon? Maybe because walang community guidelines. So that's sometimes the important
Oo.
thing na nakakalimutan natin sa community.
So,
Oo.
ganun pala yun, Jean. Para hindi man katulad ng community na, yung group namin na puro, please like
Oo.
this, please answer the survey lang. Ano na lang, ako dahil nakikita ko yun, ayoko na talaga pumasok doon at syempre, siguro yung iba, ganun din, ayaw rin nila, bakit naman ka papasok doon para mag-answer, makakita lang ng mga survey. Yun, ganun pala. So how do you, last question ko na to, how do you engage talaga? What's your secret?
Right.
Paano nyo na-engage talaga yung community to talk and to share and to talk to other members as well? Out of
In
you,
the beginning, oo, sure. In the beginning, you may start with one-on-one conversations, getting to know the members. You and the members muna.
paano
Siguro
yun?
pick 5.
Sa chat ba?
Oo, sa chat. Oo, sa
Anything
chat
outside of
talaga.
the
Yun
group?
yung ginagawa ko sa chat. Outside
Hindi.
of the group, yes. So
Mm.
yun one-on-one or kaya kung merong pa isa-isa na nagpo-post, you could value them, excuse me. You could value them and kunwari may nag-post na ganitong topic. Kunwari sa first time moms namin, may nag-post na paano mag-breastfeed ng inverted ang nipples. That's a very common topic sa amin. Pwedeng may nagtanong na niya noong siguro ilang months ago. Pwede mo i-connect silang dalawa. So that's another way. Una, private messaging them. Pangalawa is looking for past discussions na nangyari na and help them connect. That's another way. Pero these two, hindi siya scalable since ikaw yung gagawa nun. Pero pag consistently mo siyang ginagawa, may iba na mag-chime in at gagayahin yung behavior mo in the community. So that's another way. Pwedeng gayahin ka. And the fourth way, sa the freelance movement, ginawa na namin culture na we would ask people to tag one another pag may announcement. Kahit hindi mo kakilala, itag mo yan kasi kung hindi mo yun itag, baka hindi niya malaman announcement, baka he's just one step away from getting a freelancing client, from getting clarity on his offer. So, nandun yung culture na tulungan and walang iwanan. Yun yung ginawa ko sa the freelance movement. Ano pa ba? Sa CMX Connect, sa amin ni Marliz, meron kaming group chat for the CMX conference. So from there, start small. Pwedeng ganun. For other communities, ginagawa ko rin yun. Start small. Lalo na sa ating Pinoy, mahilig tayo sa group chat kasi mas accessible sa atin. So you have to consider talaga what the members can do, kung anong mga personalities nila, kung anong mga habits nila. Gayahin nyo lang yung habits nila online para pati sa community, gamitin nila. And you should also be very clear on the mission at yung vision ng community. It should address a pain. Kasi it's not enough na mag-post ka ng conversation starter. Kasi what will it do for them, di ba? Kahit magtanong ka, how did your day go? Or kung it doesn't bring them value, hindi yan magko-comment. Pero kung may story yan or kung may it goes deeper talaga yung conversation starter, hindi lang siya tanong. May pwedeng may mag-comment dyan. So yeah, start small and then go big. Good.
Ikaw naman, Marliz.
Sure. So for Facebook groups, for the beginning months talaga, let's say, first 3 months ng community, medyo tricky yan and mahirap talaga. Kaya kailangan ng community leader. And this leader will be the one who will be like the role model of the community. Parang if you want people to be engaged in your community, dapat may mga tao constantly nagpo-post din talaga. But yung post is something that the members really relate. And for Facebook groups, di ba, kung mapapansin nyo, may mga welcome, bagong join tayo sa Facebook group and may post na, welcome to our new members, ganyan. My experience with Course Belt, I've been the community manager for 3 months and hindi madali talaga na i-encourage yung community members to visit the group daily, weekly. Kaya kailangan ng effort, put extra effort talaga to invite them to post, to share. Kasi community, lalo na sa mga community for businesses. So una dyan, siguro 10% lang yung magpo-post. So how are you going to encourage more people to post? Kaya what I am doing sa welcoming post ko, parang di ba, we ask them, why did you join to this group? What do you do in life? And then magko-comment sila. Masipag silang mag-comment sa umpisa. And then after ilang days, ilang weeks, mapapansin mo hindi na sila nagpo-post, magko-comment, hindi na sila bumabalik sa Facebook group. So that's the challenge. How are we going to have them, go into our group very often? So what I did lately is, sa mga reply nila sa welcome questions ko, I encourage them na feel free to post anything in this group. And once I did that recently, parang dumami na yung nagpo-post sa group. Parang they really need to, alam mo yung, kailangan kasi natin silang sabihan na, oh, you have to post in this group kasi community is about you, hindi lang kami. We want to hear your side. So that's what I see na effective. Kasi for the first 1 to 3 months, ang ginawa ko na nag-welcome lang ako. And ako yung laging nagpo-post. And then I realized, sabi ko, ba't parang habang tumatagal, kumukonti yung nagpo-post na ibang tao. Ako na lang lagi. Sabi ko, hindi pwede to. Kasi kailangan sila talaga. So yun yung ginawa ko lately.
So ang challenge talaga dyan, you have to be very interactive. And how do you convince them to be really part of it? So they have to feel that they're also part of that group. No? So, para rin negosyo, Rossana, at the start, very difficult, di ba? Dapat i-increase mo yung awareness, kailangan talaga may why ka, may purpose ka, di ba? Parang negosyo rin no? So, ang kagandahan naman nito, I see the importance of this, especially if you really want to hang on with your loyal clients. So, parang not only the service, but to get to know them better and to make them part of your success. Na?
Yes, kasi we are the ones who will promote your brand. We are the ones who will promote your brand. Parang mag-less effort ka na sa marketing mo if your community is solid na talaga. So maganda yung side nyo.
Right.
Parang ambassadors na sila. Oo.
Yes.
Dun sa Kai.ai, yun pa lang yung solid na community namin. Makikita nyo kasi meron kaming Go Beyond group. But it's not a real community sa totoo lang. Hindi siya yung real community with the community elements. Ang meron talaga kami is yung ambassador group, yung super user group. ang i-consider pala dun sa in addition dun kay Marlies, yung welcoming, we have to consider yung journey ng members from being a newcomer, a visitor, a lurker, to being an active contributor, an active visitor, para ritually, consistently binibisita nila yung community for new updates, hanggang sa maging talagang advocate na sila at sila na mismo yung tumutulong sa mga new members. So, itong mga 3 stages, we have to consider kung ano mga kailangan gawin. Like, yung new members, wino-welcome sila. Like what Marlies does. At ginagawa din to sa FHMoms na group. Ginagawa ko din ito sa first-time moms na group. Another is yung mga active contributors. Pwedeng ang gawin sa kanila is recognize sila sa the freelance movement tribe, yung paid community. Hindi ako yung community manager doon, si Nika L. What we would do is recognize sila sa weekly newsletter. Si Chris Ong, she would write weekly newsletters of the posts inside the group, yung mga wins, yung mga nakaka 6 figures, yung mga nakaka 7 figures, pinopost yun sa weekly emails. And it's nice na itong pag-recognize sa kanila, it's an external motivator na maganda yung feeling sa loob na na-recognize sila, na-recognize yung contributions nila. So, yun, may external motivator. Now, pag nakakita ng mas maraming wins, like yung mga newcomers nagpo-post na, pwedeng maging parang mag-advocate pa yung iba na tulungan pa lalo yung ibang members para mag-progress sa ginagawa ng community. So there, it's all about pwedeng external motivators, yung mag-push sa kanila, pwedeng mga welcoming, or later on, dapat internal na yung motivation na, ay gusto ko to gawin para may matulungan ako. Gusto ko to gawin para mas maraming gumanda ang buhay, mas maraming maging ganito. Like, for example, sa Buhay Zero Waste, gusto ko mag-comment para mas marami pa maging less wasteful sa pamumuhay. So there, parang it addresses a pain. Ay, may nakalimutan pala ako i-add dun sa social media and community. One common thing there is you address a pain inside you. It starts with you. Like kay Mommy MK, sana bumalik ka. Like si MK, yung story niya kasi, at ako rin naman, medyo relate ako dito. Yung kailangan mo mag-work at mag-commute, tapos kailangan mo iwanan yung anak mo at hindi mo siya nakikita na lumaki. It's difficult for parents. Hindi lang moms kasi may PH dads na ngayon, yung husband ni MK. May pain dyan na hindi mo nakikitang lumaki yung anak mo. So napaka-common ng pain na yun, kaya mabilis na grow yung FHMoms. Sa the freelance movement naman, yung in-address dun is yung hindi ka nakakakuha ng paying client, that's one, or yung isa is ayaw mo na mag-commute to work or ayaw mo na ng office politics. Those are other pains na in-address ng community na yan. So there, pag may pain, kasi alam natin sa marketing, mas nakaka-relate tayo dun, di ba? Mas tagos sa puso pag pain yung ina-address. Like sa labor, no hair, nakalimutan ko yung tagline ng labor. Basta yun.
It's time to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's time for us to end our
Lagi
show.
ako nagpapakilay sa labor.
It's time for us to end our show. Pero we won't go until we end yung parang last advice or message nyo to everyone who wants to be a community manager or community managers who want to be better at their craft, diba? Can we have your sana advice to them?
Yes.
Yes, sa mga gustong parang matutunan yung skill ng community management, first thing you really need to do is to be in a community. Kasi for me, you really learn by doing it. Parang for you to really have the idea of how a community really works. For a business, for a person, you really need to join a group and observe and also find a community for community managers. That's why we have CMX Connect Philippines. If you really want to learn However, what we are targeting for that group is yung mga community managers na talaga. There are community managers in the Philippines for co-working spaces. And if you want to know more to be better in community management, you can actually join our community, CMX Connect Philippines, para mas, alam mo yun, lumawak yung knowledge when it comes to community management talaga. So more on research and connecting with other community managers.
Okay, so Gisela naman.
Yeah, Gisela.
Okay, so if you want to start with community management, dapat andun yung genuine you genuinely want to help people. And you can start that by joining a community na gustong-gusto mong if gustong-gusto mong salihan. So you just start with what you want, what kind of industry that you want to help. Pwedeng nasa beauty niche ka, nasa business, nasa freelancing, nasa marketing, nasa Instagram. It could be anything. Just start with you. Start with what you want in life. And then from there, you could actually volunteer. Pwede mong kausapin yung founder. Pwede mong kausapin yung business owner na, hey, you could suggest na may mga pwedeng pagandahin na ganito, ganyan. And just build a relationship with the members and with the founder. And from there, pwede kang kunin na manager, na community manager. Nagawa ko na yun. Yeah.
Ang galing.
Galing.
So, Jean, ikaw naman, for your any last, ano ba natutunan mo dito, summary or anything?
Yeah. To our smart super women, it was another fruitful afternoon with Marliz and Gisela. So, ang sabi nga nila, when you start a community, you have to have a mission and vision, and at the same time, you have to build relationship. So this is more than marketing. It goes beyond that. Now, I myself, as an entrepreneur, I'm thinking of creating one also, because I want a more fruitful relationship. And if you want to start, no, you can start online and to check ano ba yung mga communities out there that you can relate. So, thank you so much, Marliz and Gisela. I've learned so much from both of you. And Rossana, another fruitful afternoon na naman ito.
Oo nga eh. So, ang dami ko rin natutunan, Jean, no? So, sana lagi tayo maka-invite ng katulad nila, Gisela and Marliz, na willing to share. Ayan na siya.
Si MK, nandiyan na. Oh, Mommy MK. Hello.
Hello, MK. Any last word na lang?
Yeah.
Word na lang.
Inspire our viewers.
Hello, sorry, nandito ako ngayon sa bundok.
It's okay.
May maaabutan pa ba ako?
Actually, nag-goodbye na kaming
May
lahat.
questions bang natira for me?
Last words na lang kasi advice na lang for community managers like you. Alam mo, actually, kung dalawang to, kanina ka pa nila kinukote dahil sa yung community na
Hello po sa lahat. Good afternoon.
sige, go on, MK.
Mommy MK, please.
Delayed ata ako, but yeah, is there any question for me?
Maybe you can share your a message for everyone.
Kasi last na eh, nag-close na kami.
Ano yung secret mo for growing FHMoms? Yun na lang. How did you grow FHMoms? Yun na lang. Ano yung secret doon?
Ano ang secret mo? Or maybe what you could do is message na lang to those who wants to pursue and learn more about community management.
Oh, okay. So, for community building, no, I just wanted to give you tips rin in terms of Yes, I would love to. So, para sa mga hindi pa nakakakilala sa akin, medyo may delay lang, so I'm really sorry. But Hi everyone, my name is MK Bertulfo. I am the founder of Filipina Homebased Moms. Ayan, itutuloy-tuloy ko lang kasi delay din yung dating ng messages niya sa akin. So, okay, sige. So yes, so my community, we have over 240,000 members. That's for 3 years, no? So ano yung mga ginawa ko in order to grow the community? Number one, I was able to establish a culture na talagang nagtutulungan yung mga members, no bashing, no? Everyone is respectful, everyone is helping each other. So number one, yung pagbibuild ng culture, no? Because darating yung time na hindi na ikaw yung magma-market or mag-promote ng community mo. The members will be the one to share what you do in your community. So, ika nga, as a marketing term, no, they call it word of mouth. So, it's very important to build a relationship with your members, no? Dapat may trust din. So as an admin or as a community leader, your members should trust you, no? So that's number one. And then make sure na dapat engage lahat. So when I say engage, it's not just about the members commenting or liking your post, no? Dapat kasi hindi lang yung admin yung nagpo-post. You have to encourage your members to post their stories if they have questions, no? That is only the time that you can tell that your community is engaged, 'di ba? So, that's my second tip. And then another thing siguro is wag kayong matakot makipag-collaborate with other communities. No, when I say collaboration, even with my competitors, I actually work with them. So I love collaborating with other communities.
Yeah, so Rosanna, ang ganda, no? Very short but punong-puno ng learning, no?
Si
Yeah. So yung mga pointers niya is if you build a community, it has to have a culture, respectful and sharing and very engaged, no? And you have to be collaborative. So it's just the same as having a business, 'di ba, Rosanna?
So nandun din ako sa group ni MK kasi I got invited as a speaker. Tapos ang napapansin ko, lagi siya nagpo-post ng something very personal. Kaya siguro mas authentic or mas personal yung dating niya rin. Like for example, merong naninira sa kanya, sasabihin niya yon. Yung mga ganon. Halimbawa, merong nagagalit siya sa someone or merong isang member na parang niloko ba? Parang ng isang NLP practitioner. Yun yung last na, isa sa mga post, di ba, mga 2 weeks ago, Marliz and Gisela, if you were following. Minsan lumalabas lang kasi yung mga post sa akin. I'm into a lot
Mga
of
trivial.
Yeah.
not always about business or not always about working at home, but really something personal din. Like, I know yung biyanan niya raw, mabait, yung mga ganyan. Yung mga ganun. Tapos, yung anak niya, laging naglalaro lang sa likod niya. Doesn't matter to her. Kasi, anyway, ang audience niya naman, puro mga working moms din.
Moms.
So, yun, I think it's the authenticity that comes through in the community. Kaya malakas yung hatak ni MK. And ang dami na rin yung nakuhang funds and I think awards also because of that. Her community is 240,000. Ang laki. So that's congratulations to her, 'di ba? Kasi that's a big feat. Hindi normal 'yon, hindi normal. Siguro yung mga 240,000 dapat company na yung gumagawa nun. Although siya sa company na 'di ba? Parang meron na siyang maraming staff na tumutulong sa kanya to maintain that at saka nagpapa-rent na siya ng mga or nagbebenta na siya ng mga gadgets. Meron siyang mga courses like ours. O nga pala, meron rin tayong courses. meron rin tayong courses, and Gisela and Marliz, baka you want to contribute kasi meron kami mga courses for working women din. Halimbawa, community management as a course, pwede kayo mag-offer ng ganun. So, yon. Parang ganun lang rin naman. Ang dami namang mga like Udemy, Coursera, di ba, nakakuha ka ng mga courses doon. So, ito, parang naka-gear lang siya sa mga women na who wants to work at home. Yun yung mga courses din na and ang mga na-invite lang na magkaroon ng courses dito ay yung mga smart super women din like you. So, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
Maraming salamat, no? So, napakaganda ng mga tips nyo. Even MK na humabol lang, kahit 2 minutes lang yata siya, di ba?
Yeah.
Putol-putol pa or hindi pa umaandar yung video. Parang nakatulong na rin siya. So, yun. So, thank you so much for your time and support again. And sa
Thank
mga
you
audience
rin.
natin,
Yeah,
salamat.
thank you so much.
Oo.
Si
Yung mga
Gisela na sa Bicol pa.
baka gusto nyo yung mga...
Maulan na nga dito.
So again, this show is just an introduction to the wonderful world of online course creation. So parang magkakaroon na kami ng soon magkakaroon kami ng show na kung paano ba talaga maggawa ng isang course para everyone can make a course and earn passive income. Yon. So we have so much in store for everyone. Kaya please stay tuned every other week. Next week, our show will be about giving women. Alam nyo yung Jean, yung mga guest natin next week, nakausap ko na sila. Sila? Yung isa presidente and regional na ng Rotary, and ang dami nilang pinapaaral. Alam mo naman pag Rotary, 'di ba, bigay ng bigay yan, 'di ba? Tapos yung Zonta rin, ang dami-dami rin nabigay. In fact, yung kaibigan ko isang taga sa Zonta, kasi Zonta member din ako before, nagbigay siya ng part of her land in Lucena para doon sa mga tao dito para magkaroon sila ng own home nila. 'Di ba, that's so
Very inspiring, ha?
Tapos yung isang friend ko rin, si Dallas, will be our, inner wheel naman sila. So, weekly, nakikita ko siya nagpupunta kung saan naka-face mask, pero namimigay. And, of course, may dear friend, Joji Banson, na, ewan ko, Santa ang tawag ko doon. Nung, kakatapos lang nung, yung pangalan, Yolanda, nagpunta kami sa Tacloban, and she said na magbibigay kami doon, Tapos, syempre, nagbigay rin kaming lahat, pero ang konti-konti lang na nabigay ko. Tapos nagulat ako na yung mga binigay namin doon sa mga tao, talaga brand new na towels, brand new na bed sheets, brand new na mga bras and panties, mga underwear. Yung mga kailangan talaga ng tao, mga food talaga. Tapos yung mga toys, malalaking stuff toys na ganyan, na I would want for my own kids. Ganyan kalalaki talaga. I mean, hindi siya yung parang binigay dahil mahirap ka, ito, tira ko lang to. Ganun talagang kinukuha niya yon. Ang tawag dito. Tapos alam mo, parang tatlong military truck yung dala-dala namin.
Wow, grabe.
Tapos ilan kami na parang yata kami, 8 yata kami nagpunta. Puro mga kanya-kanyang pamasahe yun. Siyempre, nag-airplane po kami from here. Kanya-kanyang pamasahe. Tapos ang trabaho namin, taga-bigay. Yun, siya yung nagsasabi, pila na kayo. Tapos ibigay niya. Sobra, she's a saint talaga.
Sobrang overwhelming yan.
Ganda.
What you just mentioned are just a few people. But on my part also, ang dami-dami rin talagang gumagawa ng ganyan. Na if you mobilize all this beautiful people, oh my God, baka pa-transform na yung country natin, no? Parang, mga
actually, community building can be for the whole country.
Right.
Barangay and
is also helping a lot of people. Pero, yun, kaya lang, lalaki naman si Jason, so I can't invite him here. Kaibigan ko rin si Jason. So, kaya lang, I mean, that's our next episode. So, sana maka-join yung iba. Sobrang inspiring Sobrang inspiring. Alam mo si Joji, pag nung malapit ko na ikwento yung buong buhay ni Joji. Kasi para every week, tumutulong talaga siya doon sa community nila doon sa Marikina. Every week. Diba? Iba yung Tacloban, iba yung Marikina na every week pumupunta siya sa Boys Town kung saan eh. Kaya saan pa natawag ko sa kanya na I'm so honored to be called her friend, diba? Parang ganun.
Nice.
So, yun yung next episode natin. That's not this coming Saturday, but the next Saturday. Sana Gisela and Marliz, you can also join us.
Yeah,
Oo. Yun.
Join us and
katulad ni Georgie.
oo, tsaka ang maganda nito, we should create a parang givers or parang community. Ang ganda siguro nun.
Sana din tayo naman magregalo sa kanila dito. Kasi sila yung give ng give. Sana sa next episode tayo naman magbigay sa kanila ng something. Let's
siguro, Rossana, we should have like a segment na gano'n eh. Parang givers lang. For anybody who want to give. Di ba? Ang ganda nun.
Parang golden hearts talaga eh. So, kaya ko nag-overtime na tayo ng todo.
Yes.
So, sorry.
Napaka-short ng ating ating time. Marliz, sana we can have you again. No?
Sure.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you again for inviting us.
Okay, so this talk show is made possible by a group of young people who are definitely a class of their own. We call them honor class. Yan, may pangalan pa kami sa group namin. So that's Well, Cyrene, Serena, Gigi, and Eric. So yan. So thank you very much, everyone. We hope to see you in our next webinars. Remember, we are not just women.
We are smart.
We are smart super women.
Next time, tatama na natin lahat. Thank you, guys.
Smart Superwomen is all about women who live each day with unwavering passion and want to make a difference in the world. Whether as an entrepreneur, a career woman, a parent, or all of the above. Through our content and our bi-weekly S-Talks, we help women come together to uncover their full potential, discover all the right opportunities, and to uplift each other in the process. For more information on how you can be part of this wonderful community, follow our official Facebook page and visit our website at www.smartsuperwomen.com. Stay tuned for more talks, and remember, we are not just women, we are smart superwomen.